Hi, my name is Mary Spender and you are watching Tuesday Talks. And in this week's episode, I am going to recap 2018. But before I do, I just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you so much for watching my videos or listening to my music over the past 360 days. So, let's roll the intro.
Tuesday Talks.
I started the year off talking about failing, singing Isn't She Lovely, answering your questions in a very cold Brighton, and then flying somewhere a little warmer to LA for the NAMM show. I took a cute travel guitar along for the ride, played John Mayer's $14,999 D45, witnessed the Chappening in person, and got to chat with incredible artists such as Mike Dawes, James Valentine of Maroon 5, the Command Sisters, Emil Versler, and made friends at Ernie Ball. So much so I got to see St. Vincent perform at the Hollywood Palladium, and I drove up the 101 and visited the factory in San Luis Obispo. I took a tour inside the Fender USA factory with the Guitar Nerds, jam with roses and cigarettes at Norman's Rare Guitars, film a few other videos, and collaborate with incredible filmmakers Colin and Samir.
We're here in LA at Echo Park Lake, and Mary is about to play an original song for us. Colin's filming with that, and I'm filming with Mary's camera.
Then it was back to the UK to support Mike Dawes on tour before embarking on my very own headline tour in March. But just before I did, I went to Norway for the first time and collaborated with Leo Maracchioli. And couldn't imagine how our metal cover of Sultans of Swing would be received. We made great use of the time and not only filmed an interview, but also performed Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. Back in Bristol, I performed live on BBC Radio and released my first single of the year, Only One. I fell in love with songwriting and recording again and took up the Making a Song in an Hour challenge that Rob Scallon kicked off and struck a chord with lots of musicians on YouTube. No pun intended. I filmed and recorded a mixture of original and cover songs this past year, including John Mayer's and
Stop This Train,
Marvin Gaye's
Heard it through the grapevine, much longer would you be my baby?
Maroon 5's
She will be loved.
and honoured Aretha Franklin by singing one of my favourite songs.
I say a little prayer for you.
I played original music on a 1956 Fender Stratocaster, made an EP of songs for my friend Jenny, which included a live version of my second single, A Little Bit of Madness, and most recently released a song finally showing that I do play the viola, called I Will Be Your Christmas. I talked a lot this year, as usual, about how to be kind to yourself, how to build an audience for your music, about using art as inspiration, how I've fallen back in love with the guitar. I showed you how I write a song and gave other songwriting tips, as well as share a little love for other creators, and admitted how I've given up on the record label dream. I answered more of your questions in Germany and Chicago and played and compared all my guitars in one video. In the summer, I was lucky enough to be invited to Thoman's Gearhead University, and there I got to meet and interview some incredible musicians, such as Sarah Longfield, Nita Strauss, Adam Neely, Jen Majura of Evanescence, Ace of Skunk Anansie, Mikey Demus of Skindred, and Pateri Sariola. Mick of That Pedal Show hosted my blindfolded Strat Challenge, and not only did I find the smallest rig to gig with, but I also sang harmonies with Dan and Mick and made stupid noises with Tyler Larson and Adam Neely for Music Is Win. I travelled a lot. I went to Ireland, Amsterdam, France with my bestie Kate, where I found a 1945 Martin acoustic in a beautiful Parisian guitar store, and then just a month later celebrated my 28th birthday working for Shaw Microphones at Montreux Jazz Festival in Switzerland, and couldn't believe who I got to hang out with.
Cheers to Mary, it's your birthday!
Dear Mary, happy birthday to you.
Over the summer I moved cities, saw my mother graduate with a master's, went to a few gigs, gave you a studio tour, and continued to chat about pedals and amplifiers. Actually, that's an understatement. This year I've spent a lot of time talking about dream guitar gear with the guitar nerds, the Boss RV500, the Colour Theory by Alexander Pedals, the Era 2 from Hughes & Kettner, the future of the guitar industry, Frettish, and I pranced around the English countryside demonstrating the world's first totally wireless guitar amp, as well as demonstrate the Omec Teleport Acoustic Pre, Rocker 15 and Custom 50 by the incredible Orange amplifiers. I then flew to Chicago for the first of 3 trips this year, where I collaborated with Rob Scallon on 2 videos, one where Maurice Bender was revealed to be a pick salesman.
Guitar picks for sale.
Hey, Maurice.
We sang about a girl called
Amy.
And I filmed a Tuesday talk with him about his beautiful Chapman signature guitars. And Ike the cat helped us assess how my playing has changed over the last 10 years. I visited Chicago Music Exchange an obscene amount of times and fell in love with the guitar that I didn't buy and thoroughly regret. I'm totally smitten with that city and love the architecture, the people, the culture, the food, and only hope to spend more time there. I then made $14.55 and got stopped by the police in New York City busking with Adam Neely. We also shot a few fun improv videos in the YouTube space and made a pilgrimage to Rudy's.
It's gonna be like Vlogception.
On one of the extremely hot days, I stumbled into the Times Square Guitar Center, where I played Rory Gallagher's signature Strat for the first time.
You know, beginning of a pentatonic scale. Then you come in with a B.
I was lucky enough to head to 368 Broadway to jam with Sarah Dietschy, which was all too brief, and then watch Dodie sell out Brooklyn Steel. I went to Brighton to hang out with Rob Chapman and found out that he could green screen my guitar, which has totally changed my life and I can't unsee his face. Went to London to chat to Josh Scott of JHS Pedals, saw my lovely university friends get married, and I played session guitar for Dodie.
Could you love this?
And worked at BBC Introducing Live for Shaw, where I met so many of you. I launched a new YouTube channel called Shaw Creators for my day job, and this is where I can be seen singing into a crystal microphone that was made in 1937, and yeah, it still works. Then I flew back to the US to experience my first ever Thanksgiving, spoke about my minimalist music gear that I use while I'm away, I visited Uptown Recording again, and finally got to see Esperanza Spalding in concert. Now I'm back in Salisbury in my family home, where I've been reminiscing over the past 21 years of me learning how to sing, and now spending some quality time with friends and family. And I'm going to recuperate after a very long but incredible year, for which I'm so thankful. Just letting you know that this is the 97th episode of Tuesday Talks, and the 98th episode will air on the 8th of January. So we will continue 2019 from there after a little break. I want to say a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You really make every video on this channel possible. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, comment below with your highlights from the past year, and I will see you in 2019.